Hey, whippersnappers, it's Tortimer the Grey. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown, Little Cup Road to Ranked. Sorry about the lack of episodes the last couple of weeks, but I was having issues getting on Showdown to record, so wasn't able to do anything about it. But as part of those issues that Showdown was having, the ladder has been reset, so we are back down at the bottom. So we gotta get back up. So what I'm gonna be doing today is we're gonna have a similarly length episode as we normally have, but I'm going to be doing some replays. The replays like I do with my normal Showdown episodes. Instead of doing it live, we're gonna be doing replays so we can get through them quicker. So that's what we're going to be doing today, just a little bit of recap. Mainly it's because the ladder's reset, and so we've got a lot of catching up to do. We're back down at 1,000. We got to get back up to around 1,200, which is, I think, where we left off last time. So, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff today, and we start off against Shiny Master 1 here. Dory comes in and tries to take out this stockpiled Numel, but just barely not enough, and the Numel's going to take Dory out with an Earth power. I was hoping with that 4 times effective that Dory could do that, but I guess not. Kensei came in and took care of the Numel, and then got forced out by Machop. So Fumzy came in, used the plane split, which was good. We got a little bit of health from Zigzagoon, and at this point, I'm just kind of hoping that Fumzy can land this Will-O-Wisp, which he does not. He hits himself in the face, so that's unfortunate. But we do have Morden in the wings. I was kind of saving Morden this whole time. I was tempted to bring it out for the Machop, but I was looking and I was seeing that Tortuga and that Zigzagoon, and I'm like, I'm going to need Morden later, and definitely was a good idea to save him. Morden comes in on the Fletchling. They expect the counter, so they go for the Aerobatics, something that'll, hurt me a little bit, but not enough for the counter to do its job, so I go for the Rock Blast. And here I'm just hoping I can throw up rocks, and it's for the Tortuga switching in to get rid of Sturdy, but Morden's going to go down to the Dynamic Punch. This Machop outspeeds Boots, which was the biggest shocker of this whole battle. I was like, alright, so I'll just knock off this guy and be done with it. But no, he outspeeds Boots, and must be Choice Scarfed, and takes Boots out. So that was a little bit shocking for me. But Kensei's able to handle the Tortuga no problem. They switched it right into a knockoff, trying to save Machop for some reason. I'm guessing they were probably expecting the Brick Break or something like that. And we're expecting Berry Juice would do work for him, but I was thankfully going for the knockoff. So yeah, a good first battle to get back into this laddering thing against Shiny Master. A couple of issues there. Fumzy didn't get to do a whole lot with the Dynamic Punch Confusion, and Dory, landed one good hit, but not enough to get rid of it without taking a one-hit KO to the face itself, and then Boots getting outsped and killed. So some things I didn't expect there, but we're a little rusty. It's been a bit. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've done a Showdown battle. Well, for laddering at least. But anyway, so let's jump into the next one. We got a lot of catching up to do. So we went from 1,000 to 1,052 on that battle. Let's see the next one, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to battle number 2. We led off with Boots here. Went up against Big Red, the shiny Aeron. Got the fake out off. I was hoping to break the Sturdy. Because these things have Sturdy, right? Yeah, there it is. But he had leftovers, which brought him right on back, so good strategy on him, I guess. So we came in with the Brick Break a couple times there and was able to take it out. Alright, fair enough. Sandshrew comes in, switching to Fumzy, and I'm gonna. Well, Fumzy's gonna take a beating from Sandshrew. Essentially, he's gonna get the Will-O-Wisp up, and that's gonna be helpful to us. And then we're gonna take a knockoff, use the Pain Split, get a little bit of our health back. I've actually, as I've been using Pain Split more and more, I know previously I was like, it's just not working for me. I'm not getting it. I'm getting rid of it. We had to get rid of Fumzy for a bit there. I'm really liking Pain Split. It is actually, if you know how to use it, which it was totally me, I just wasn't doing it properly. Switched Fumzy out once the Abra came in when Sandshrew died. Brought in Kensei, which is usually my Abra switch. They usually go for Psychic, and this guy predicted it, went for the Hidden Power, but then he went to switch out, and I've got Pursuit there, so Abras pretty much can't do nothing to me. Brought in Dory for the Rapidash. Again, went down like a chump. That Rapidash was too strong, so Ryabi had to come in, use the Earthquake, and take out Rapidash with no trouble, really. Fumzy comes in. We've got a circle-throwing little Riolu here. Ryobi goes for the Earthquake when it gets pulled in just to get some damage off on Napster. Kensei comes back in then from another circle throw, and goes for the knockoff just to get rid of its item, whatever it might be. Turns out it's the Eviolite, so Fumzy's going to come in, take that circle throw again, and then Kensei gets dragged back out. And gets roared away by the sleep talk there. Boots comes in, gonna get the fake out off, and then Napster's gonna wake up but flinch. I go for the Fury Swipes because I'm assuming, well, it doesn't have copycat or anything, but it is Prankster, so any of its status moves are gonna work for it in priority, and so it gets to rest before we get to land our hit. But we do get Fury Swipes off anyway, and we get a lucky crit in there in the middle of those 5 hits, which allows us to take it out. So, works for me. I don't mind crits. Again, they're part of the game, so I don't whine too much when they happen for or against me for the most part. And they didn't care much either. They didn't say anything about it. So anyway, we gained 29 points for that win. We went from 1052 to 1081. Let's check the other one, or the next one, or whatever. See you there. Alright guys, welcome back to battle number 3. This one didn't go quite as well for us. Boots came in on the Zigzagoon, and instead of going for the fake out, which I didn't want to activate the berry juice, so I went for the knockoff thinking, well, if they're going to try and belly drum the first turn, then, then I can get the knockoff off and they won't get healed and all that stuff. I don't know. It didn't work out, and then Boots ended up going down to the Baniri, as did Kensei. So right off the bat, I lost my 2 hardest hitters, which is really what's going to mess us up here. I was, for whatever reason, certain that one Brick Break from Kensei would take out Baniri. Should have definitely gone into Fumzy and saved Kensei in the wings. Should have taken Boots out for that matter, but I did not, and so this is on me for sure. Get the Will-O-Wisp off on the Baniri. It does its darndest to take out Fumzy, but nothing really avails it at all, and Fumzy's able to take it out without incident. So definitely should have gone to that. Land the Will-O-Wisp on the Munchlax, and Munchlax is going to set up, but Fumzy's got Clear Smog, so we're going to go ahead and use that. Get rid of all of its stat boosts, because we don't need to be dealing with that nonsense. It goes for the Earthquake, obviously for getting Levitate there, and then we're going to kind of just chip away at Munchlax here, because there's not a whole lot it can do. It chips away at us, but other than that, use the Flamethrower. It's got thick fat, that was dumb. Should have kept stuck with Clear Smog, but it just, it doesn't really matter. Ends up maybe costing us, well, no, because we got a crit there, so it didn't really cost us anything. Fletchling then comes in. I figure, well, Will-O-Wisp or something. I didn't know who I wanted to switch into a Aerobatics or anything like that. Fletchling sets up the Tailwind and then goes down to the super effective Rock Slide. We did get a crit there. I don't think that would have mattered at all. Ryobi comes in, tanks a Surf there from the Helioptile, but the Helioptile's got has a Sash, and so it's able to take out Ryobi. Dory comes in then, it's gonna use the Parabolic Charge, but I've got Volt Absorb on, so that doesn't do us any good. And then I use the Hidden Power Grass to kill it, just in case because it has Dry Skin or something probably, or Solar. I don't know. I'm not fully versed on all of his abilities, so I figured that'd be the safest way to go. But then I'm down to Morden and Dory against a boosted Porygon here. And this is where things start to go, well, they went bad early, but this is where with its boosts and the 2 Pokemon I have left, I'm not going to be able to take care of this thing. These are both physical walls, and this one's special, and then this thing, obviously it's got Recover, so we can do damage to it, but it can get it right back, and even with a couple of berry juices and some sturdies in the mix, it's just it's not going to happen. So Mord's going to chip away for a bit, and then finally they're going to decide, it's not worth dealing with Morden, so they go ahead and just kill me as opposed to recovering, because they know they've got the 2x speed, and they can recover on Dory without Dory being able to do anything about it. So I just come in here and I'm spamming Scald, praying for that burn that might help me out even slightly. But it never comes. I land a ton of these Scalds, and it's just going to go bad. And so that's totally on me. If I had Kensei back, we would have been able to kill this Porygon. One shot would have been done. And so that's on me for misplaying early on. You gotta think, and I didn't. I didn't. I'm like, oh, normal type. Well, I've got a fighting move on Kensei, and just threw him out there without even thinking. No, physical attackers, Fumesy goes in. You gotta play smart. But yeah, alright, so battle number 3, kind of a wash. Went from 1081, we lost 19 points on that one, down to 1062. So let's do one more today. We're not going to get back up to 1200, but we'll continue this next week, trying to get back to where we were. So let's do one more battle, and then we'll call it a day. Alright guys, see you back in a second. Alright guys, last battle for today. We went up against Apollo Campione, and Boots comes in, as does their Bronzor, or Bronzor, sure. They switch immediately to Darumaka, who takes the fake out and then gets taken out by Fury Swipes. Would have been interested to see what the strategy was there, but hey, Fumesy comes in, and he is going to throw up the Will-O-Wisp here as this Timber foolishly sets up all of his stat boosts, looking for a sweep, but Fumesy is here to save the day, and he's going to laugh and throw the Clear Smog in Timber's face. And then Timber's gonna be like, oh crap, and he's gonna attempt to kill Fumesy with his fighting type moves, but Fumesy again laughs at him. And we continue to spam Clear Smog, going for the stab move there. I think I might throw a flamethrower up here at some point. Yeah, there we go. And it gets him down into burn kill range, so that works. Bronzor then comes in, we switch immediately into Kensei as we do, and he throws the knockoff onto Bronzor. Bronzor is going to hit us with an Earthquake, which does pretty decent damage, but we get the knockoff again, and Bronzor is going to go down. So now we're 6-3. They bring in Chinchou. I decided to just go for it because I didn't really need... I looked at the team this time, and I decided I didn't need Kensei for anything else, so I went for the knockoff. Got rid of Chinchou's Choice Scarf, which is definitely going to be useful, and Boots is going to throw the Fake Out off. They decide to save the Chinchou and let Oshawott take the hit. And so Oshawott's going to get the Aqua Jet, but Boots has got better defenses than that, and he's able to one more knockoff, get rid of Oshawott. So that works out. They bring Axew in. I'm going to switch into Ryobi because what I really want to do is, because he starts setting up here, I want to get these rocks off the field. So I'm immediately going to go for a Rapid Spin because if I need to, I want to be able to bring in Morden. And so that's kind of why Ryobi is here. So he Rapid Spins, gets a decent Earthquake off on the Axew, and then Morden's going to come in. Morden's going to be a boss and survive a Dual Chop. Sturdy doesn't even come into effect there because it's a 2-hit move, so he just happens to survive it, but with 1% health, which was awesome. Gets the counter off on the Axew, and then single-handedly, well, isn't single-handedly, he's able to handle the Chinchou himself and win the battle. So we gained 25 points from that, so we are up from our last battle. We started this battle at 1062 and we end at 1087, so almost into 1100, but not quite. We will continue next episode with our quest to get back up to where we were at the very least and continue up the ladder. It's interesting because the ladder has reset. You're seeing some pretty decent teams still here in these lower levels. I mean, you're still seeing some of the crap you normally see at the bottom of the ladder, but some of the better people are still trying to work their way back up. So you're seeing a better mix of teams at this lower level. But we've done a pretty good job of tweaking our teams thus far, so I think we can handle it pretty well as long as I don't get in the way. But yeah, if you guys have any comments on things you think we should still be tweaking at this point, or things you think could work better, or something that something just completely different that you maybe would like to see a strategy tried out here, let me know. As always, in the comments below, I love the feedback from you guys. Make sure to do those likes, comments, and if you have not already, subscribe. I put out three Showdown battles a week. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are Showdown days for me. So we've got Road to Rank on Saturday, Tiny Tuesdays, where we do just regular Little Cup playing around, because Little Cup is my favorite tier. And then Thursdays is usually OU, or just whatever tier I feel like doing at that time if I'm sick of OU at the moment, because I'm not a huge OU person, but I do it because you guys like it, and sometimes I can have fun with it, get a new team going and things like that. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been Tortimer the Gray, and you guys have been great. Make sure those like, comments, and subscriptions for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.